Gooseberries are a fantastic go-to plant in any garden. They can get a bit scraggly, but give them a good pruning and they'll bounce back nice and easily. Don't overwater them because they love the dry conditions. The drier they are, the more fruit that they produce. And remember, keep an eye on the fruit because it's tucked behind that little sheath. Grab hold of the sheath and just pop them out. They really are no-nonsense plants, and once you've got one in the garden, when seed falls, they'll simply reproduce and you'll have loads more coming up. So I have my gooseberries and we are going to be making a celebratory trifle. Now you can either make this in one big one, like just for you. It'll make about 6 to 8 and feed about 6 to 8 people, or else you can make them little individuals, and maybe that's probably a better thing because you can then control family and friends. Well, family part I'm not too sure about. But anyway, the bottom line is we've got 400 grams of your gooseberries. Now it's called the Cape gooseberry, which is not actually from the Cape, but they're really easy to grow all over South Africa. They are as tough as nails. The worse you treat them, the harsher you treat them, and don't give them water. If you give them too much water, they will drop, so the green parts will drop off before the gooseberries have ripened. And just use them, because so many people plant these things and then they taste the gooseberry and they're like, ooh, this is quite tart. Yes, they are tart, and that's why we've got to just give them a bit of a zing and blitz them up a little bit and give them that extra bit, which I'll show you a bit later. But first of all, let's get 400 grams of our gooseberries into a pot, and let's get the heat on. There we go. You're going to add in half a cup of water into this, but leave a smidgen behind because that we are going to add to our custard powder just now. In here go 4 tablespoons of sugar. Let this just simmer away until the sugar is melted, but the gooseberries must keep their shape. Whilst that's on the go, let's get our custard powder ready. Right folks, we've got a tablespoon of custard powder. That's going to go into the little bit of water that we've got left, okay? And then just get a wooden spoon and give it a good stir. Right, and this is going to go into our mixture with our gooseberries that have just become a bit soft and, yummy. You don't want them mushy. Here we go. Just a wee bit of water. Let's check on these babies over here. Okay guys, take a look here. Oh yeah, you see? Plumpish, still keeping their shape. They're not mush yet. Perfect. Right, now we're going to grab our custard powder and we're going to add that to it, and this could be quite frightening, but just stay with me, caller, because this is now going to thicken this up. And then, oh, look at this gooey, yummy. Once that is thickened up, you then just switch it off and leave it to cool. Okay guys, gooseberries are busy cooling down. Now we're going to start with the next layer. All right, so this is the cream cheese bit. And what we've got here is 500 grams of cream cheese. We're going to need a wooden spoon because this cream cheese is really, really thick. So to get it on its way and to get it starting, we just want to almost manipulate it a bit, because the more you do that, the easier it is then to mix in. Because in here, we're going to add 100 grams of our caster sugar. You can see already by adding the sugar, it's become much easier to handle. So there we go, look at that, looking gorgeous, nice and fluffy. Next step is we're going to take the cream and we're just going to whip it up quickly. So come along with me. We're using the blitzer here. Seriously, have a cheat. All right guys, perfectly whipped. Now what we're going to do is add in just a teaspoon of vanilla extract. That'll do the job. The juice of 1 lemon without pips. Okay, and then we're going to add this cream in bit by bit and then fold it into our mixture. Oh. All right, a little bit of elbow grease, but well worth it. All mixed in. Vanilla, lemon, cream cheese. Really, really nice. Okay, next up, we've got sexy glasses, and we've got some Shop bought, yes, and I am not going to be making Swiss roll because that's not what it's about. It's about the gooseberries. So I've got these little mini guys, and what we're going to do is take them and then just cut them into little chunks like that, all right? And they're going to go at the bottom of our pretty glasses. So in they go, and squish them in as well, because you don't want people to get air, you know? Alrighty, so that's one little mini Swiss roll into each glass. Before we start adding our creamy mixture on top, we're gonna add a dash of sherry. Nobody's driving home after this. All right, and then we're gonna take this beautiful cream cheese mixture, and now that is gonna go on top. Okay, so get it on. Yummy, yummy. Right, remember, like any good potting recipe, you want to make sure that there is still a little layer on the top so that when you add the water, which in this case is our beautiful gooseberries, that they're not going to spill over the edge. So there's about 1 centimeter on the top. Next up, let's get our gooseberry mixture and let's put it on top. It's cooled off nicely, and now we take our beautiful gooseberries and on they go. Ooh, oh, look at that orange. Isn't it beautiful? Just beautiful. And the little seeds have actually popped out, but you've still got the wholeness of your gooseberries. Wow. And we're gonna make this like really big. And you can then either put them in the fridge to set, or if you're impatient, you could eat them right away.